What's up, Evil Dead fans? I have finished my definitive flat top from Evil Dead 2, and I threw out some suggestions of what I should do next, whether it should be the Army of Darkness chainsaw or the Evil Dead 2 raised top chainsaw for the collection. But I decided, and a lot of people, before even I threw out some asking people what I should do, everybody wants me to do the Army of Darkness chainsaw. So that will be my next one that I do for my definitive collection, and I will go over that with a lot of detail for you guys because there's a lot of stuff going on with that chainsaw. Now, if you thought the Evil Dead 2 chainsaw was kind of, you know, if you've done your research and thought, you know, it's a lot of stuff going on with it, the Army of Darkness one is like 10 times as worse. I used to think that you could just take a Ash vs. Evil Dead chainsaw and just repaint it. That's bullshit because you just can't. So let's go over some of the details that I plan on doing and put in the comments below some of the things I cover, if I should add them in there or throw them out. So I will have you guys help me plan this build. Okay, first thing on this one, you'll notice the handle, top handle on this one that's falling through the pit is a little cattywampus. I'm not going to make it cattywampus like that. And sorry about the weird angle where I paused it here. One other thing you're going to notice is this hinge right here. So, and the placement of the cuff is really high to the top and a big gap down here, which really does not work with the look that I'm about to show you guys. I don't think I'm going to do the hinge, honestly, because let me get to the next scene and show you why. Okay, so the next thing you're going to notice here, the reason why I talk about the hinge is you can see that barrel nut clamp right there. I'm not going to make the back all torn up like that. The back will be open like it's supposed to be, and this back is really supposed to go over, the back of the top is supposed to go over the cuff. I will do a nicer handle like this one. This little piece of metal right here, I need to figure out what that is or how to make that work. One thing I will do that I really want to do, you see this really cool inner kind of guard piece that goes all the way up here. Or actually, no, that's the actual metal piece for that chainsaw, sorry. That normal home light. But I will add that weird piece in there just because I like that. One thing I will do, and I'm really not looking forward to it, I'm going to add all these stupid extra bolts at the bottom. See, those two right there, they connect to the cuff. An extra one right there does nothing, then two more. But I will do that. But I'm going to try to figure out how to emulate this piece right here. But here's the thing about the hinge. If you use this cuff attachment, you will still see the other side of the chainsaw. You will still see that cuff attachment. So where the heck is the hinge going to go? I will cover that a little bit more. I will not make the block look that freaking ugly. You can actually see the little screw through it. I will put the proper screw on it, or bolt. Actually, that's just a screw, basically. And then that part right there on this muffler piece is actually flat, which I will do too. All right, another thing I will do, you notice these are flathead bolts on the front. I will use flathead bolts. All right, I'm going to use this as an example just to show you modifications that I'll have to do when making an Army of Darkness chainsaw. Now, the top handle needs to be straighter in the back, for one. When it comes to the cuff can't be angled. It has to be straight. Got something here, it's bugging me. Still there, screw it. I still want to use this cuff attachment piece. I will cut less of this off when doing the block piece, which is only about probably 1/8 of an inch more onto the back. This top will need to be extended out over this piece here. I will have the double attachments at the bottom because that's what they had in Army of Darkness. When it comes to the block, I'm not going to leave it super rough like it is in Army of Darkness. I am going to clean it up a little bit, but I will flatten that out and leave this as like a two-piece look rather than a molded look. Down here, I will put in that weird little inner guard piece. I will leave that metal piece across the bottom. And talking about the cuff piece right here, this strap versus the hinge. Now, even if I extend this top out over this strap piece, and actually Les will be showing when it's cocked straight rather than down, you will still see that strap. Well, maybe to a point. So there really isn't any real use for that hinge. I might figure something out. I don't know. When it comes to the handle, it won't be nice and clean like this. It'll actually be kind of a little bit rounded, but kind of cut at it somewhat of a slight angle. These two pieces, these two will be completely reversed. I will put the flathead bolts instead of these bolts on there. And these bolts are actually not like this. They're actually, I could be wrong. I think they're actually reversed the other way to where you see the flathead side. I think it is. Don't quote me yet on it. I will cover that when I'm on the actual build of it. But other than that, there's not a lot to modify. Except also that little weird metal jagged piece. I'm going to try to figure out how to make that and make it look good. I want to make it look rough, but I don't want to make it look like crap. So that's what I'm really going to have to do on that. When it comes to the grill, I am not going to make the grill like super rough, but it will be thicker. One thing I do want to say about this Ash vs. Evil Dead chainsaw. Now, a lot of people, they have the flatter style grill here, which is fine. That's 100% fine to have the flatter grill. But what I did after I made the video showing you guys the details of this, I actually took the one I had off and redid another one, thinned it out a little bit and rounded it. Just because episode 1, season 1 has the working chainsaw that Rob did from Evil Dead Chainsaws. And a lot of the references I'm going to use for my Army of Darkness chainsaw will be from Rob's Evil Dead Chainsaws, just because he did a really, really, really nice one. So I will use a lot of references from him as well. But going back to the grill, he did put a video on YouTube when he made the working one, which was used in episode 1. As far as I know, it had more of the rounded grill. And if you notice that one that's flying through the air when Pablo kicks it up, it's more rounded. So this one, that's why this one's a little more rounded versus just flat. But they also had the flat ones too. Because production, I'm guessing they made a bunch of their own too, or as well. And also the ones that Rob made for them for the show. So guys, that's the modifications that I'm going to have to do. And I'm really, really wanting to do this with you guys. If you guys know anything about the Evil Dead Army of Darkness chainsaws that you want me to do to this one, just don't say make it run, okay? Because I'm not going to show people how to make it run and cut people up. I'm just not going to do that. I'm not going to make this thing a weapon. This is just for a definitive collection piece that I'm going to keep for myself. And, you know, you never know, I may make them for other people. So if you have any suggestions of what I should do on my Army of Darkness chainsaw, let me know. Until next time, you guys stay groovy.